Well guys, my plan was to make this video just a silent video where I just went through the whole process and talked at the end, but I think it would be helpful if I kind of explained what I was trying to do right here before we went on. So this is kind of a very rough mock-up of the headboard on the bed, and if you can see, I've only got a few boards here, but just imagine that the boards go all the way to the top. I don't actually have enough table space to make that happen. So just imagine that all these boards go up to the top, and I basically got two options here on what kind of finish I want on these final boards. I can either have this finish right here, or I can have the other side of the boards, which would give me this finish right here, which is very, very nice, very, very clean. However, it's not quite as rustic and antique looking as I was going for right here, and this is what I want to do. However, there's an issue with that, and let me show you what I'm talking about. Here's a mock-up, or a little sample I guess, of what it'll look like with polyurethane on it. This is an uncoated section of the board, and this is the section that has been coated. And in the right light, it has a very nice, that's a good example right there, it has a very nice bronze color to it. However, for my taste, it's just a little bit too dark. So what I want to do is I want to clean these up a whole bunch more, and I attempted it with the planer. Planer's just a little bit too aggressive, so the belts that I had with the belt sander just constantly kept coming apart. I don't know if it was the age of the belts or the wood. So I'm going to take the orbital sander. I'm going to work on these until I can get this a little bit lighter, closer to that color right there, while still preserving those saw marks. So let's see if we can clean these up a little bit and make it a little bit lighter. So this is more like what I was looking for. You can see this is much, much cleaner, but I still have the saw marks, and it's much cleaner as compared to a section that has not been sanded more like this. So yeah, that's pretty good. I'll probably go a little less aggressive next time. That took off a little bit more of the saw marks than I would have hoped, but yeah, if I can follow this up with some 150 or something like that, I should be good. Thank you.
I found it
Well guys, that turned out a lot better than I expected it would. Those joints on the back, those pocket holes that I made, I don't have a jig, so I just kind of did the best I could there, and I think they turned out fine. They're not the cleanest, but they made some strong joints, and that's going to be against the wall anyway, and nobody will ever see it. So it looks very clean from the front, and that's what I was concerned with, and I'm very happy with it. Let's see if we can get a footboard done. First we're going to lay this back down before it falls and kills somebody. Ruined it. Well guys, I'll have to say that I'm pretty happy at the way that this footboard turned out, and more importantly, my wife is happy with it, so I think we're good here. So one thing that I've been racking my brain on how to do here is how to make this joint here, how to put screws in here without it looking terrible. So the other one, that headboard that you saw, it has those pocket joints, I guess you could call them, on it, and it doesn't matter because it's going to be up against the wall. This one not so much, because this portion of the headboard is what's going to be facing the mattress, and I was afraid it was going to be very obvious, but the more I thought about it, the more I realized, well, it's actually not, because the mattress only comes up to about right here or so. Therefore, all of this is actually going to be covered, and it makes no difference. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 3 screws on this top board. I'm hoping that doesn't affect this portion of the board, make it kick out or anything like that. So I'm going to do that, and then do those pocket holes all the way down, and I think it'll be fine because it'll all be covered up. But I've been really fretting about how in the world to make this look decent, hide the screws, whatever. But I don't think I have to, because the mattress is going to do the job for me. So good deal. Let's get this together. What you got, man?
I got a card for you.
You got a card for me? What is it?
A big truck.
That is a very good big truck.
But when I left the green can this way, the bottom of the trailer was too low, so I just did stairs.
Well, that's a good idea. If something's too low, just put some stairs on it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Can I hang that up in here somewhere?
Well, it'll get dirty, and I want them to stay clean, so you have to keep them in your bedroom.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Later. It's rustic. Guys, I think I should clarify right here, these screws that I'm putting in, these decking screws, this is just to mock it up. It's going to get much stronger hardware once it gets in the house. No point in me putting the heavy duty stuff in right now, since it's all got to be taken apart and moved in after it's finished. The footboard, on the other hand, this or something very similar is probably going to be the final hardware for it. I'm just mocking it up with this now because I don't have screws that are actually going to fit this. So anyway, this is probably going to end up what it's going to be being used permanently down on this end. I'll just countersink them some and put a plug in there and it should be fine. And these are extremely strong. I'll be able to check the strength of them once I get them both on there. Guys, I wanted to show y'all an issue with the other side right here. So this 2x6 here, the other side is flat and it's how it's supposed to be. But this side, you can see it's bowed pretty bad. And I thought maybe I could overcome it, but there's just no way to fix this. This wood is so old that, I mean, it's like trying to bend a rock basically. So anyway, I've got a solution for it, thankfully. Thankfully, I was able to find a nice straight one, and I believe the saw marks are better on this one. It's more of a cross-hatched pattern on the saw marks instead of just one way, so more character, and it's a straight board. You want to paint?
Yes, I do.
All right.
It's working.
Just get a little, not much. Now scrape it off a little. Oh, there went my floor. There you go.
This is taking a long time. Why is it taking a long time?
Good things take time.
Why does that the paint smell like peppermint?
It's not paint, it's polyurethane.
Yeah, polyurethane. Why does it smell like peppermint?
I never thought it smelled like peppermint, but I don't know. Well, guys, I will have to say that up until this project, I had no idea how difficult building bed frames was. Bed frame looks pretty simple. It's just some boards screwed together, throw a mattress on top, and you're done, right? There was a lot to consider. We had to consider how far did I want it off of the ground, how wide even is a queen mattress, how long is a queen mattress, does the footboard need to come over the mattress or go below the mattress, how high does the mattress need to be so that it's comfortable to sit down on, the slat support board that goes in on those horizontal frame pieces, how does its height affect the final height of the mattress. There was just a lot to consider that I didn't know about. This is the first bed frame that I've made, so it was quite a learning experience. I'm very grateful to my wife. She came out and was able to kind of help talk through all these dimensions and kind of the way she wanted it to look with me. And I also have a friend who built a bed frame several years ago, and these are his plans right here. I didn't follow these plans to a T exactly, but it was super helpful to have kind of a picture and some dimensions to go by. So this was a very good guide, and he also sent me some pictures and some measurements of how he put things together and how his bed looks, and all that was super, super helpful. So I'm very grateful to both of them for the assistance, and man, I'm thrilled at the way that it turned out. I'm really looking forward to getting this thing in the house and getting it in its place, and I think it'll give us years and years of use. So super happy about it. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the wood that was used in this project. So this wood was, it came out of an old house, a family house that was torn down, if I remember correctly, in about 2004. And at that time, the house was about 150 years old. And it belonged to, and I may be getting this wrong, and if I do, I'll correct it down here somewhere, but the house belonged to my mother's great aunt, I believe. If that's wrong, I'll correct it, but I think that's right. But the house was 150 years old when it was torn down, and so that puts the time of construction probably in the 1850s or so. It's all heart pine. And these boards are relatively wide boards too, so at the time it had to have come out of old growth virgin pine forests cut on circular sawmills, and man, it's just, I love the look of this wood. You saw all the circular saw marks, and I was careful to preserve those marks everywhere I possibly could. In fact, every spot that's going to be visible on this bed, I was able to preserve those circular saw marks, with the exception of the top edge of this very top board right up here. I was not able to preserve them there. I probably could have, but unfortunately at the time it just slipped my mind to do. So I'm not super worried about it because it's not very visible. But I love the look of the wood. I guess beauty is in the eye of the beholder, kind of, because this is a pretty rustic piece, but I just love the way those saw marks look. And man, I'm kind of beside myself on the way that it looks. I'm just thrilled with it. So a couple more things still have to be done to it. It has to have another coat of polyurethane on it, and I have to put these on it. These are going to be the slat supports, and we'll put these on the insides of those horizontal pieces, and I'll just put my sawmill boards on top of that to support the box frame and the mattress. But these have to go on, and these can't go on until it gets into the house and gets bolted together, because right now if I put them on, it would cover up some screws, and I have to get it apart to get it in the house still. So that has to go on, and it has to be taken all apart so we can get it in the house in the first place. Once we get it in the house, I'm going to use these right here. These are ledger lock screws, and I don't think that's going to focus so well, but they're just giant screws. They're called ledger locks. It says it replaces 1/2-inch lag bolts. I'm not a construction guy, but if something says it's going to replace a 1/2-inch bolt, I'm pretty sure it'll hold a bed together no problem. So 3 of these are going to be on each side, holding those horizontal pieces, those horizontal frame pieces, to the headboard. So 3 of these on each side, 6 total, and there's 2 timber locks on the bottom per board holding the footboard to those horizontal frame pieces. So I'm thinking that's going to be more than enough support. If not, I can always add more. It's not a huge deal. I can add braces if I need to, but I really think this is going to be sufficient. Anyway, guys, I really appreciate you watching this video. I would love, whenever I do a video, I like to finish the whole thing, but I really think it would be odd showing the finished bed and everything in the house, so I'm not going to do that. But either way, I'm super happy with the way this turned out. And I really appreciate y'all watching this video. Oh, by the way, we're back for a visit. For y'all that don't know, I'm in seminary right now, finishing a seminary degree, and we are back for winter break. So hopefully lots more videos here in the next few weeks. And so I'll see y'all on the next one, hopefully very soon. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you then.